What's up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys today because it is literally the end of the year. This is the final hours for 2018 as we enter 2019. And I have to honestly say, my Puzzles and Dragons experience for 2019 has been a lot better than my experience with the other big major part of this channel. And with a lot of the nuances that have come, of Puzzles and Dragons, I have to say overall, I've had literally some of the best experiences with this game literally this year, especially with the arrival of the new layout, the large amount of monsters, the removal of the loot boxes, and just the overall encouragement that I've gotten from a lot of other players. Um, from the Puzzles and Dragons community. I have to say, you guys have the most positive community because a lot of people understand not everyone's boxes is going to be the exact same thing um, as everyone else's. You know, a lot of people may not put so much effort into getting gems or may not put so much money into getting gems. Gems are, well, sorry, I call them gems, but they're actually stones. To get a lot of things. And to be honest, I think the most experience that I've had has just been being careful of what I'm going to roll in and what I'm not going to roll in. So it's been a pleasure. It's been a very beautiful experience. And I wanted to talk about it. I was going to use my other account to talk about what stuff has been on there. Um, but I just wanted to confine it to one video and I didn't want to have to take from the other to attach to one and just go through everything. So I am just going to stick onto my main account because it's majority of where I do a lot of my roles. I do a lot of my videos from, and just the overall things that I do with Puzzle and Dragons comes from, well, this account. So when I started this account in 20, let's see, it's been almost 5 years now. So in 2014, when I started, I didn't expect to get this far. I had to do a whole new account that same year because it was literally just such a nasty tide um, when I got through the first part of the game. And through what I've been going through now with, this later half and the removal of so many of the things that just attached to it. I think I had a very amazing experience um, on both sides. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, my other account rolled another amino, so I have two aminos on my secondary account. I have none on this one. Um, but it's just been a great experience. Um, as far as my box itself goes, I mean, I've seen more evolutions of cards that I never thought I've had. I've seen a lot more cards show up that I never thought I had. Um, I think some of my bigger highlights has been fully completing my Raw Dragon team and getting that together. Uh, Getting a lot of monsters I never thought I'd have the chance of getting, like getting Weldor, which I can't wait for Weldor to come back around and I can get multiple Weldors and stack them on onto a team. I am enjoying Fujin both as a leader and as a sub. Um, Getting Edward finally after much anticipation has been a joy. I don't know if I want to fully max out all of my cards, just because of the fact that a lot of them need so much material to fully max themselves out. And I was debating on if I wanted to or not. So maybe in a later period of time, I will go and experience that whole scenario. I think some of the best things that I did accomplish out of it was getting a large portion of things that I wanted out of my last roles. I mean, especially considering the fact that I finally have a cotton, not one but two cottons, because I have the original, I have a regular version of Cotton herself, and then I have her Halloween variation, which are two amazing cards themselves. Finally getting Dark Callie, on any account is tremendous. Despite the fact that a lot of people aren't a big fan of her, I honestly am still a fan of her, and I have found more usage out of her than a lot of other cards because of her rainbow board change, her ability to have all these static weights on her, guard break, seven combo awakening. She has super time extends attached to her, so I'm not too last on to waiting for her for movement speeds and movement times. I think honestly this has just been a good highlight of my year, despite the fact that my Super Godfest didn't go so well on my main account as it did for my sub account, which did give y'all the ideal and a lot more things that I wish this account did. But 2019 is not too far from the corner, and I'm really excited to see what stuff I get from 2019's rolls and pulls, and maybe I get something beneficial. Um, I think some more of the highlights that I can talk about is, of course, this new layout, which makes it a lot easier for me to farm and grind and figure out what things I want to obtain from various points in the game. I still have a lot to accomplish because of the fact that, there's still arenas that I have not done. I haven't done any of the machine stuff outside of Zeus, and Zeus was only because I needed to finish off um, and I want to finish off with Zeus. Oh, um, Raw Dragon is what I wanted to finish off with Zeus. So I was lucky enough to get through that portion of, just the game itself to get to Zeus and to get to a lot of those cards that I was looking forward to getting. Um, will I ever complete Arena? The only time can really tell about that because I still have to do Arena 2. And I'm not looking forward to Arena 2. I'm not even gonna lie. I think Arena 2 is probably gonna be a little more of what I'm going to hate on the biggest ends of this, is because it is Arena 2. There is a lot more um, to have to deal with, but the prizes and the rewards throughout that dungeon um, make up for it completely. It's just gonna take me a lot longer than it was with Arena 1. As far as everything else goes in terms of special dungeons, I mean, it's just special dungeons. And I'm not going to conquer any more things with Arena until I can have an optimal setup to deal with Arena efficiently. But the way the game changes in how roles and stuff are set up and obligated, it may take a long period of time for me to actually finish getting through the variations of Arena. As far as quests and stuff goes, I mean, you guys aren't going to really see too much on that. And I did want to finish up um, the parts that I could for the 6th anniversary. I did at least finish and accomplish part 1. I just still have to finish part 2, um, which is just very, very hard at its points. Just for my experience and my whole knowledge of game. It's just going to be really hard to deal with a lot of different things because it's just a cluster of things that I have to play around with, hoggle, and yeah, it's just a mess. Um, Let me see what other things can I talk about in this video. I guess I can also talk about my teams because my teams have seen some of the biggest changes too. Because it's not really much to talk about in terms of special dungeon, ranked dungeons, or ranked dungeons. I do them just to make sure I do them. Um, If I get through them, I get through them. That's just how I am with a lot of those. Multiplayer, I don't play multiplayer because I don't honestly have anyone to. I don't look to go find people to play multiplayer. I don't try to search out a lot of players to do a lot of those things. I just keep basically to myself when it comes to a lot of those multiple dungeons and stuff. Because I just really don't have a way of rely. I just don't rely on a lot of people to help me when it comes to puzzles and dragons. I'd like to do things on my own for the most part and just get further up and further up just by myself. Um, so yeah, that's why you guys don't see me asking or searching for people to add. I mean, to play multiple dungeons because I just don't play them. As far as teams go, I think my teams for the most part have done a significantly large amount of changes. I still rock Giora as one of my main teams, and then following her is when I need to rank up and stuff. I have my Ganesha team set, which did see a change because I just added Cammy to it because I didn't have anyone to fit the rainbow count. So Cammy's here. Um, I have my Awoken Lube Zeus Dios team. And I was really thinking of switching out this um this Tengu, just because Tengu's really only used for is just to swap in just for this skill boost. But I have I have Weldor. Can Weldor fit on here? And I also do need to give this last Zeus Dios an assist card so that way he isn't hurt. Yes, I do want to put them into situations where we have these 5 stage dungeons. You can risk the reward to play an Azus Dios team and hopefully benefit from it. Cotton. Well, this is Halloween Cotton. She has her own variation of team just to match light and dark orbs. Everyone on here has that whole change up, with the exception of Giora, who's only here because of the fact that I was going to put Odin Dragon on the team, but I rather Giora just because of the fact that I wanted to keep and relegate it to the combination of a rainbow team to do the combos with. But I can easily just swap Giora out for Odin Dragon because Odin Dragon is just amazing. Speaking of Odin Dragon, he is on Fujin's team. Fujin, Ryunuve, Zella, and Mei Mei, which has become another all-star out team that I've been using. Oh, sorry, didn't want to move the counter. Um, a team I just put together on the spot here, Sarasvati, with Affy, Nini, Hermes, and Gangni. This is Gangni, right? Yep, Gangni. I did not switch Gangni to his newer form because I don't like the newer form. If that was the case, I'd use the newer form as the leader and not the sub. For the locked orb situation, and the fact that he will have a 7x6 board still attached to him. Sarasvati in her reincarnated form is just very beautiful, very useful, and it's the first time I ever had a solid water team. Um, Maybe in the future when I get Blue Sonia, she can be added to this team as well, or maybe Blue Sonia can be the lead and Sarasvati backs her up. Following that is just a push button team with Ra and Ra in the associates that are Ra. Zella gets her. Ooh, well, we'll get to you in a minute, Edward. But Zella has her own team, hosting herself, Mei Mei, Fujin, and um, Odin Dragon. Why Specca is actually her um, helper. Because with the helpers being a lot of the cards that I don't use, gives a lot of the cards that I don't use even more potential to be used. Now, if I don't have a particular friend who's online, I can use one of my cards that I'm not using to be used, and then I can level them up and skill them up accordingly so that way they can fall into place. Speaking of which, I do have Pollux backing up Edward. And I'm really just using Pollux because she does have a massive 7x6 board. But Edward, for the most part, will be using the color combinations of a rainbow team, which is why you have two of my favorite board changers in the game on the team in the shapes of Miss Callie and Miss Tachibana. I was actually considering now switching Halloween Cotton with regular Cotton because um, I made regular Cotton light, dual light, because I wanted her to fit on the team with Edward. Give Edward pretty much what she can in the form of Rainbow Cotton, which is a follow up attack, a bind resist, the double 7 combo awakenings, and the fact that for no Skyfall, she's changing fire orbs to light orbs and dark orbs to heal orbs. So it doesn't hurt Callie because Callie at that point is just here for that reason to um, give Edward his additional boost in speed in combos, and then on top of that, Edward can just sit on his 7 combo awakenings, his bind resist, and his ability to change cards and fully heal um, the team up. So I'm not too worried about Edward. As far as Raw Dragon goes, it's probably the only team you won't see me playing unless spur of the moment. And I'm like, I haven't played this dungeon in a while. Let's play it with Raw Dragon. And utilizing Raw Dragon doesn't take that much effort as people were making it seem like when Raw Dragon was the thing. Because you still need a lot of pieces for him, which is why the team itself just hadn't seen a lot of play. Because it's such a required team that a lot of people were happy enough that it wasn't meta anymore to require such a rainbow based team that forced itself to require so much to do so little in terms of power, in terms of strategy. But I was really happy, really excited to just have it all together now because I have my Raw Dragon, my Kali, my Isis. I put in Odin Dragon, but you can fit in a lot of the other cards that were needed for green. Letting Odin Dragon's ability to do just a better bind clear is very needed. And then we have Cali. I did want to switch in a different blue or maybe a different color just to help with the additional board change. Maybe Tachibana would be a better um, setup for this team. But Isis does give the shield, which is the thing. I could put Isis on top of Tachibana to get a shield. Or I could put um, Kushinada Hime on Tachi, and Tachi could get the shield from there. But I have to remember about the assist cards is that they do take a while for them to get their active skills going because they're on a longer cooldown, which is the only downside to this. Um, Next is Valkyrie. Valkyrie being the last card to enter this. I was hoping more for Valkyrie. I regret getting Valkyrie because I rather have Athena. I think Athena would have been my best bet. I love Athena a little more than Valkyrie. So that was my only regret. If I ever get the chance to get into a lot of the things, um, to really get another chance to get one of the Godfest exclusives with the orb changes, because the only orb changes we have so far in NU and EU NA and EU are Valkyrie, Zeus, and Athena. They did have the I was gonna say Monster Hunter, but no, the Yokai Watch has their own orbs, and I don't know if we'll ever get Yokai Watch, just due to the fact that it's that thing that copyrights and all that has to be dealt with if we do decide to get Yokai Watch. If not, it'd be a great addition to this thing because I have seen some of their things. And that's some really cool add-ons with the yokai watches. They have a lot of really cool creatures, and a lot of them are doing a lot of cool things. And I think one of the big ones um, has a lot of setup there. So I think that's pretty much about it for um, just this video because most of my achievements and stuff, as you can tell, just off of what we have right now, is just my degrees of difficulty and stuff. But you see those all the time. I just wanted to just go over everything and talk to you guys about it. So thank you guys for watching. I can't wait for 2019 and to see what new things we have there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you guys enjoy the new year. So thanks everybody. HJ signing out. Take care. There. Wrong things. Come on, button. Take care.